Your business is talking to you. The numbers are talking to you. But the question is, are you looking and are you listening? We are super excited to have Eulica Kimber joining us back by popular demand here in the virtual studio of the Sharvette Mitchell radio show as we talk about accounting basics for entrepreneurs. We're going to get right into it right after this quick intro. Don't you move.
Whoa. Why y'all so happy?
You don't know? Sharvette Mitchell is on the radio.
It's time to get motivated, excited, and influenced. Why? It's the Sharvette Mitchell Radio Show, live from Richmond, Virginia. And now, here to motivate, excite, and influence you, Sharvette Mitchell.
Well, hello, everyone, and welcome to the Sharvette Mitchell Radio Show, broadcasting live from the capital city of Richmond, Virginia, but heard and seen all across the World Wide Web. We are so excited to have you joining us here today. Those that are tuning in live from 3 different places in Facebook, those that are catching this on YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitter, we appreciate you. Listen, we cannot leave out our podcast listeners, Apple Podcasts, you all are always at the top of the list. Shout out to Stitcher, TuneIn, other places that you may be checking out the show, and certainly Blog Talk Radio. We can't leave you out, and Sharvette.com. So we're excited because, the goal of the show is to motivate, excite, and influence. And we know talking about money fits all the way around in all of those buckets there. So we are shouting you out. Shout out to my sister Kim hanging out over on YouTube. If you're watching us on YouTube, subscribe to my channel. I feel like a YouTuber. Hey, Mom, hanging out here with us. Hello, Tracy. Thank you for popping on in. We are excited to have you. Listen, throughout the show, if something is said that you're like, oh my gosh, that's an aha, make sure you give us some hearts. Make sure you comment. If you are watching and listening live, we want to show you some love. Pop up your comments onto the screen. And I would love for you to go ahead and tag a business bestie right now. Tag someone, because this show really is geared towards my entrepreneurs, which this audience is made up of entrepreneurs, small business owners. Go ahead and tag a business bestie right now and say, hey, I think you need to check this out, because we want to make sure that the money is doing what it's supposed to be doing with our guest today, Eulica Kimber. Hello, Miss King. Welcome. Hello, Patricia. Thank you for joining us over on YouTube. We are excited to have you. So let me introduce my guest. And again, go ahead and share this out and or tag a business bestie. We are talking about today, your business is talking to you. Accounting basics for entrepreneurs. Eulica Kimber is hanging out in the virtual green room. She is getting ready. She's ready to come up to the mic. And she has been speaking and teaching the language of business and accounting for over 30 years. She's a certified public accountant. She is a master of business administration. Her education and professional experience in accounting and entrepreneurship have given her the ability to help her clients by removing the fear and intimidation of the financial aspects of business. How many of y'all know sometimes it feels there's some fear that comes up around this topic for people? Guess what? We want to help squash that fear today. She does this. She does all of this by helping clients by customizing her plans and action plans that she can give you for your business, for startup businesses, and for the growth of your business. And she also does this through her online Plan to Prosper Small Business Academy and one-on-one consulting. You're going to get to hear all about it. Again, I am Sharvette Mitchell, your lovely host. We see you all are coming on in. Welcome. I see those. Hello, Clarissa. I'm looking down at my phone. She's coming on in from our Facebook group. And thank you. Yes, thank you for watching and listening live, Miss King, and for tagging a business bestie. I'm Sharvette Mitchell. I am the host of the Sharvette Mitchell Radio Show. I'm a marketing consultant, and I'm super excited to work with entrepreneurs, primarily female entrepreneurs. We sprinkle in a few lucky men every now and then on their marketing, their visibility, and their branding. So coming up to the mic, without further ado, we are excited to have, again, back by popular demand, Eulica Kimber. Let's give her a big round of applause.
Hey, how are you? How was the fam? How was the fam?
Yes, listen, the fam is here. Listeners are here. We're excited to have you back by popular demand. You are
Thank you.
certainly a friend of the show. You are a past amazing client, season 1 platform builder.
The platform originals, the originals.
Nothing like the first group. You have spoken at our conferences. You have been a sponsor at our past events. And so, thank you for that. And I'd love, actually, as we are getting started, in your humble opinion around events, people attending like business conferences, symposium, workshops, retreats, what do you think the benefit is for people that, are looking to attend some type of business event, conference, or retreat?
So I'll give you an accounting answer. So all expenses of your business should be geared towards earning more money. So some people out here buying purses and whatever that doesn't generate money, but you need to invest in your business and in your knowledge. And so there are connections to be made at those events. I've actually found my business bestie there. There's Tony Winston. We keep each other in check. We share information. We help each other as much as we can. But when you're spending money in your business, it needs to be for the future profits. So investing in education and networking is very important.
Very important. Patricia is saying, "Hey, Eulica from over on YouTube."
Hi, Pat. It's Pat Winfield. She's one of my fellow accountant.
Wonderful. Awesome.
Area, yes.
Awesome. And, on that same topic, since we're talking about money and we're talking about taxes and all of that, if someone is going to a business conference, business retreat, business symposium, and there's travel involved, the registration, is that tax? Is that a business expense?
It absolutely is. If you're tracking it as such, sometimes business owners mix their business and personal finances, so it's hard for them to keep track. At the end of the year, I won't remember all of the little things that I did for my business. So it's important that they have a separate business bank account and they're tracking all income and expenses of their business through a business account. And an accounting system. But yes, every expense of your business is deductible. So some people out here looking for ways to get out of tax bills. You reduce your tax expense by spending the money on things that generate future wealth.
All right, there we have it.
I'm not saying it's going to be zero because that's a lie. But
right.
People are looking for deductions, but they miss deductions all the time because they have poor records.
Wow. Listen, this is already good. Your business bestie, Tony, is chiming on in. Hey, girls, plural. Hey, girl. Hey. Awesome. So, listen, we jumped right on in because, Mitchell Productions, as you being a past speaker at our events and all that, I wanted to highlight that, and which leads to kind of this time of year. So what's going on this time of year, Eulica?
So what I would say, and there might be more accountants there than Patricia, but she's going to be my witness, okay? So there are two types of entrepreneurs right now. So this is the season for Valentine's Day, Super Bowl, Easter's coming in a month. But the real season is tax season, right? Yeah. So there are two types of entrepreneurs. There are some entrepreneurs that are running around, looking receipts, looking through emails, trying to see where the stuff is to get it to their accountant. They're struggling. Stuff is mixed in their business and their personal account. They don't know if they had a profit or not. That's bucket one. Bucket two is the ones like me and you, Sharvette. We click one button and it's done.
Yes.
We have accounting records all year long. It's perpetual. It's connected to our bank account, to the way we make money. And we look at our financials weekly, monthly, and annually and know what we need to do. So we're able to make estimated tax payments throughout the year based on where we are on our income. So my question to the audience is, which bucket you want to be in? Ooh. You want to be prepared or not?
Listen, let us know in the chat. Let us know in the comments. What do you want to be? We're not going to disclose where you are right now. We're gonna have you make an affirmation that what
You
you
know what?
will,
If it's you, say mercy. Say mercy.
mercy
If you
and
don't
grace.
have yourself together, just say mercy. And we're going to extend some mercy to you today.
Yes, there you go. You still have some time. And so I love how you say and how you frame this up, that your business is talking to you. What got you, ups? I see an ouch coming in. Let's see.
Uh-oh.
I see an ouch coming in.
Yeah, Facebook user. The
Yeah.
names are disclosed to protect it.
Listen, Clarissa. And so what had you start using that language?
Well, actually, I was taught in my first year of accounting that accounting is the language of business. Even Warren Buffett, the billionaire tycoon investor, he talks about the most important course he's ever taken in his business life is accounting. So, and it's really odd for me for entrepreneurs who want to be in business but are scared of numbers.
Mm-hmm.
They don't even go together. But so I learned that even the financial statements of a business. So we hear on the news which company made a profit, which company is selling stock, which company is laying off people. Those are all financial numbers. There's accounting numbers. It's a story. So there's a story of your business told in numbers. So it tells you if you made a profit. It tells you if you have bad customers. It tells you how fast customers are paying you.
Yeah.
It tells you to pay your bills. It tells if you have a tax liability. You should have known in the first quarter of last year if you had a tax liability. So a lot of times the struggle with tax time is that people weren't prepared. It's a surprise. Mm-hmm. They try to treat it kind of like when they had a job when you get a W-2. But no, for a business, we need to be looking at taxable tax liability every quarter. But you can only do that if you have a dashboard or something telling you the story of your business. So your business is indeed talking to you every single day. It's saying, I'm hungry, I'm thirsty, you're abusing me. No, your real customers are over here. But if you don't see and understand the language of business, it's like being in a foreign country and not understanding the language. You're just fumbling around. You're just fumbling around blind, just doing what you think needs to be done. Or you're doing whatever you saw somebody else do on Facebook and you're going to copy that and you think that's going to be profitable. But each business is different. You have to know your numbers.
And so, since the topic of this is, your business is talking to you, accounting basics for entrepreneurs. Welcome to all those that are coming on in right now. You're checking out the Sharvette Mitchell radio show. I'm Sharvette Mitchell. We have our lovely guest here, Eulica Kimber, CPA, MBA. And we want you to tag a business bestie. Thank you for those that have tagged people or shared this out. Share this out on your pages because we know this information is beneficial for everyone. Thank you for those that are popping in. Thank you for coming on in. Carbondale, Illinois. Listen, I spoke in Carbondale, Illinois the year before the pandemic. Did we meet there, Miss Porter? Do I know you? I spoke at the Lemonade Conference, Carbondale, Illinois. That's awesome. That's awesome. Maybe we connected there. All right. I just wanted to put in that plug there. So when we think about basics, because there may be people, well, actually, I want to even back up before that, because the fears around money, the fear. Okay, we met. Thank you, Miss Porter. We met that's wonderful. We met there in Illinois. Wonderful. The fears around money start before business. The mindset around money. Can you talk a little bit about maybe that's what's impacting people?
I think a part of it is our histories and our exposures to money. Many times, I know in my household, money wasn't always talked about openly. You didn't know how much stuff cost. And then many of us started our money earning journey working at a business as an employee. So you don't have to keep track of the lights and how much money they're bringing in. The easy part is you keep your head down, do your job, and you get a check. So sometimes people are making the switch from being an employee to being an entrepreneur, but they want to act like an employee and not really pay attention to what's happening. So when your company used to send a letter and say, hey, we're cutting overtime or we're making adjustments, those were financial decisions. Yeah. But mind shift that I need entrepreneurs to make is to understand that as an employee, you should have been learning. You should have been paying attention. So when you go to a place and they won't give you but 2 packets of ketchup, it's because that's a business decision.
Or one napkin,
One
McDonald's.
napkin. That's a business decision. You know what I mean? Their money is their business told them you can't give all your profits out through napkins. And I don't need that many napkins. They're in my glove box. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
And they know that. Those are business decisions, but we in our businesses don't have the mindset to really take that information in and make those decisions. So really, I'm going to tell y'all a secret. So y'all who hate your jobs, when you build this business, you're going to start acting just like that business.
Ooh.
Because that's the only way to run a business. That's the only way that you control costs, that you direct employees. That's the mindset of a business. So I talk to those that I coach and those in my academy. Don't quit a job and then go create what you hated.
Ooh.
You should have learned some lessons while you were punching that 9 to 5. I need to see you acting better, spending better,
doing better.
Yeah, it's definitely mindset though.
Yeah. You know, I just said the other day, didn't mean to cut you off. I celebrated 4 years as a full-time entrepreneur this past February 2nd.
Yes.
But spent many years, 25 years in corporate America. And so part of that was doing my business on the side. So we do recognize that there are those that are watching and listening that are dualpreneurs. They are employees and they're are entrepreneurs. But one thing that I said was that oftentimes people say, you know, entrepreneurship is not for the faint of heart, but I'd like to not change that, but just add to that. And I added to that in this kind of anniversary post to say, it's really not for the faint of mind, because there's so much related to how your mind shifts, and money is absolutely one of those. And
I have a question for you. So do you think you understand your employer, your past employer, a little bit better now that you're an entrepreneur?
Oh yeah, the rich get richer. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, definitely. I understand
some of the decisions,
and yeah, absolutely.
And it's definitely a mindset. It really is. It really is. Even the mindset that one business venture, one activity is going to make you rich. You're going to get rich, but most of us are going to get rich over time by creating a product or service that people actually want.
Yes.
And making a profit with that by, you have to buy it at a cost and sell it at a higher cost. Doing that over time is where wealth comes from. Absolutely. And most of the times you're not going to be able to just double your clients. Most times your profit is going to increase through you controlling costs. But you only know that if you have an accounting system and a place to look to see where that money is going. Because you can't keep all that in your head. You're running a business. You can't keep that in your head.
You cannot. You can't. And let me capture this comment, Ms. King. When are you coming to do your show in DC? Listen, just invite me. We just and Eulica is already close to DC, so we can do it
right here. We can do it right here.
we can make that happen. Thank you, Geraldine. Said yes, it's a mindset shift. Absolutely. So people are probably hearing you say, accounting system and all of that. And for somebody that's listening saying, okay, I know, I'm listening in because this is accounting basics. I'm getting my ducks in a row. Are there recommended accounting systems? Two-part question, recommended accounting systems that you suggest. And when is it too soon? Do you need it out of the gate?
It is never too soon to have an accounting system. It's easier actually to put those things in place when you get started than trying to catch up down the road. But no, there are plenty of them. There are QuickBooks Online, there's Xero, there are plenty of them. All of them have the basic same functionality because accounting has standards of income recognition, expense recognition. So all of them basically do the same thing. I would say pick one. I have one suggestion if you don't mind me giving it. That's free. It's waveapps.com. It is FREE. It is free. You can start it today. As a matter of fact, I just walked somebody through it. Within 10 minutes, by the end of this broadcast, everybody on here could have an accounting system. There are others that it has, as far as smaller business, it doesn't have a lot of reporting capabilities. But there are only two things that can happen with money. Do you want to know what they are?
Yes, please tell us.
Only money can go in and money can go out. That's it. And you need your money in to be bigger than the money out.
Yeah.
And so an accounting system basically captures and categorizes the money in, money out. The types of revenue you make, if you cut grass, if you do landscaping services, then you're gonna have a revenue account called landscape revenue. You just go easy. And money out are the expenses that go with it. So you might have a website service, you might pay for Zoom, you might pay for gas for your car. So an accounting system is just a systematic way of capturing the money in and money out.
All right. And like Pat said, who was also an accountant, what? You can't keep it in your head?
No.
Ladies and gentlemen.
No. And you know, Sharvette, I do a talk called 10 Things Your Accountant Wishes You Knew.
Yes.
And one of them is that we hate to see disorganized people. It's really hard. It's really hard to run a profitable business. In fact, my most profitable clients are those who understand the language of business. We're not asking you to be a CPA or a bookkeeper,
right,
but we're asking you to understand, because we're not there when you're making those decisions. We're not there when you went and bought a Land Rover, but you ain't made enough money to,
right.
You're not there, but you ain't paid your taxes. Just saying, if I'm not talking about you, I'm not talking about you.
Right.
But we're not there at that time.
Yeah.
And so it is important that entrepreneurs understand a little bit about the accounting and be able to look at a report and say, yes, that is my sales, that is my income, that is my expenses. I know what I need to change. I can package this and make it better. I can call Sharvette. Yes, I can afford her platform builders program because I can sell this many units, it's going to cover the cost. But you cannot do that if you have nothing to look at.
Which is right. The main reason why you created your Plan to Prosper Small Business Academy.
Yes.
So tell us about it and who that's for and how business owners can enroll.
It's a labor of love. So I created it back in 2019. The Plan to Prosper Small Business Academy is an academy of courses and coaching programs where we teach entrepreneurs the basics. There's a lot of posts online where coaches are teaching you how to get your email list up or how to make your first 100,000. But my academy is when you make this money, what you gonna do with it? How is it gonna come into a system? How are you gonna be able to pay your taxes on it? So I feel like my academy kind of answers that niche because people are very focused on the front end of making money, but we want to make sure we're tracking those expenses, that we're planning accordingly, that we're listening to our business. So if our business say this customer sucks, we got to get rid of them. Or we need to track inventory. You have to understand a little bit about it. You cannot be an entrepreneur and be afraid of numbers. You're going to have to look at the reality. And what I find too, we talked a little earlier about mindset. I find that those who did poorly in their personal finances, your eyes got big. People,
no, because that's a pet peeve. We will talk about that.
If they're bad with money in their personal finances, they're going to be bad with money in their business. If their credit is already jacked up because they don't pay their bills or whatever's happened, then they're probably going to go. And there's a new, I hate to say, I'm so sorry to say, there's a new thing with business credit.
This is why my eyes was bucket. I cannot, if you have a 300 personal credit score, you are not going to go get a G-Wagon on your business credit. Because how you act in your personal is how you act in your business. I'm sorry.
Exactly.
Woo, let me come back.
Spirit thing. So your soul, you prosper as your soul prospers. Your mind, your will, and your emotions. If you have a broke mentality in your personal finances, you got to fix that hole. Some of it is because we as African Americans have grown up with little. So we get excited because we can afford things and we can get things that maybe our parents and grandparents. But if you're trying to fill an empty soul, you're going to always be broke. If you can't delay gratification, put money in savings, you're going to struggle. And God forbid you quitting your job and you have that kind of mentality. We won't even get into the PPP loans that people are messing up. They're calling me and Patricia because now they want us to get them some financial statements together because they got this money PPP is what? Payroll protection.
Right.
You don't even have any employees. And so
Wait. Let me capture some, because I know this is, y'all, if this is good, type good. If this is good, type good. Put some hearts in the comments.
it's too much.
Miss Porter said, what is the name of that system again? And
WaveApps.com. WaveApps.com.
Okay, thank you. Listen, let me just show some love. Pat said, right. Woo, Tony said, whoosh. My mother said, tell the truth.
So
And
I'm very nervous about this new wave of business credit. So it's some people's business. I'm not hating on nobody's business. But if you are giving, it's really taking advantage of people's lack of awareness.
Bingo.
We don't want credit, Sharvette. Why? Because we're going to make the money. When we pay for it, it's going to be cash. It's going to be cash. So, and again, every expense needs to be tied to something that is making money for you. What is your plan for this credit? Are you buying inventory? Is it something that you need?
I told you they're trying to get the G-Wagon or the Rover.
But if you couldn't pay for that, I'm just saying.
Me and you on the same page. And really what it is, listeners, and really what it is, viewers, is that there are people, they are manipulating you because they know you want the Rover or the whatever. So they're saying that you can get this business credit because they want you to pay them to show. But what we are trying to say is, if your mentality and your behaviors and your personal credit are not there, how do you automatically flip a switch? And now you're going to have this amazing behavior in your business. So that's exactly what we are.
And as you know, Sharvette, you and I have been running our firms for a while. And the first years of your business, you're not taking no money out of it. You're using it to invest, to go to conferences, to invest in coaching. So no, even if you make 100,000, you're not putting 100,000 in your pocket. You're investing in your business. And if you can make yourself a salary at all, you got to stay your way there. So when people see a lump, and then if people haven't seen a lump of cash before, getting $50,000 in their account or even 1,000, and they're gonna trick it off. And they have nothing to show for it. Nothing to. So whatever money that you spend in your business is for the purpose, and that's one of the concepts we learn in the accounting basics for entrepreneurs, is that assets generate future revenue.
That's good.
So if you bought a computer, if you bought inventory, if you need a vehicle to deliver product, it doesn't have to be a Land Rover. It could be a pickup truck. But whatever you spend in your business should be for the purpose. You should be asking, how can I wish I could show you the computer that I'm doing this call on. This tower I bought about 5 or 6 years ago. I had to delete all pictures. I deleted because guess what? Eulica ain't buying no more towers anytime soon. And I'm using this thing until it break all the way down. Why? Because I want the income I make to be free as possible.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna get a computer eventually. I use my iPad mostly for everything. So I did buy an iPad last year. But
business expense, yes.
It's about making the most out of the assets that you use, not so you can stomp for the ground.
Yeah.
That is not a business.
And let me just say, yes, their business credit is valid. Let me just disclaim and clear, business credit is valid, all of that. My point is, when it's the G-Wagon and the Rover and your personal and your behaviors haven't changed,
correct.
That is our point today. So I don't want anyone to walk away and say, well,
I agree.
It's valid.
I'm not against credit. I'm not against credit at all. It's the mentality and the behavior. You should have a business plan as to what you need it for. And also it puts undue pressure on your business. So you get thirsty because you got these bills coming in. So you selling, you in people's DMs. So if you would bank a little cash, it kind of gives you room to breathe. And you need that room to be able to create in your business, to really talk to your clients, see what they need, what products or services you provide. It's hard to do that under pressure. It's hard to do
Yeah.
that when you're hungry.
Yeah, and when you're anxious. And so
Yeah.
plan the number 2, prosperacademy.com. Those of you that are listening to Apple Podcast and listen to just look in the show notes. We have the links there. But plan the number 2, prosperacademy.com. And
I'll post it in the chat after we're done too, so people have it.
awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. And what are the other components? Like, what are the modules that are within this program? Because it's waitlist right now. It's not even ready.
That I just wanted to tell you, it's a blessing on the wait list.
Yeah,
it's a blessing. I can't say what it is, but it's a blessing for the wait list. Also, if you go to my Instagram, I'm Eulica Kimber CPA, and go to my links, and you'll see the wait list there. But the modules are one we learned about the basic accounting terms. Then it's money in. We have a whole module on money in, how to record and document money coming into your business. Then we have a module on money out. What does that mean? We have on how your expenses, because all expenses aren't treated the same. Some expenses are inventory or cost of goods sold. I know that's a lie. If you don't know what that is, sign up on the wait list. You'll be okay. But we also talk about internal controls. So as you grow your business, you need some SOPs so you can have somebody do the same process at the same time. The most successful businesses in our country are those who have repeatable processes. Walmart's operate all the same. McDonald's operate mostly all the same. Yeah. They didn't wait until they got 100 locations to do that. It started when they got one model that worked and they reproduced it. But the problem is too, when you start to grow, it's too late. And when you're trying to keep people and train people, it's hard at that time to document and structure. So that's internal controls. But the most important one and my favorite is how to read the financial statements and how to use them to grow your business. So when you have your financials, income statement, business, your balance sheet, don't know what that is, get on the wait list. We'll help you out. So the income statement is your income for the year, income minus expenses. That's why I said that the entrepreneurs who are organized, all they got to do is push one button and their taxes are basically done. They're going to send that report to their bookkeeper or taxpayer. Taxes done. Receipts are attached. When you have that, you can compare it year to year, and you can see what functions in your business are profitable and which ones are not. You can see, I need to sell more makeup. Or like one lady I had, she was a makeup artist and she sold makeup, but she just wanted to sell makeup. But her sales went up when she did weddings and events. So she realized from the financials, I need to be in front of people more because there's a spark of cash when people see me in person. They buy my makeup. Yeah. So financials, your business is talking to you. It's telling you what to do. And most time it's telling you not that you need credit, but you need to make some tweaks in your revenue and expenses to make a profit. And loan money is not income. It's a debt. So so sometimes we have entrepreneurs who have money in the bank, but that's not a profitable business. Profitable business means you have earned the revenue through goods and services and the expenses are less, and that's a profit. So
good.
I know I'm saying a lot. I'm preaching.
No, this is good.
I want people to grow. Yeah. I want people to be prosperous. I don't want people to grow just for outward opinion. It's easy to go get something, put it online, but I want people's level of lifestyle to really raise. Yeah. And for entrepreneurs to do that, you have to understand the language of business.
Oh my goodness. Shout out to Deborah on YouTube. Thank you for being here with us on YouTube, Deborah. We see you.
Hi, Deborah.
Shout out. I see some other stuff going on YouTube. I can't get over there yet, but at any rate, yes. Wonderful. So I love that you call this Plan to Prosper Academy. Thank you, Kamisha, on YouTube saying, love this. This is good information because it is a plan. Just like in everything, I specialize in marketing, visibility, and branding. You plan to market. You plan to generate revenue. You plan to prosper.
Correct.
You plan to know what to do with the money once it comes in and all of those things.
And that's tied into the mindset. There's
Yeah.
a mindset of planning, and there's a mindset
Mhm.
of living by the seat of your pants, not planning, and you're surprised by whatever comes to you. But even
Mhm.
that planning is a mindset. So one of the first things that we tackle in the Plan to Prosper Small Business Academy is the mindset that you
That's
have to.
good.
So if I'm coming to your event and your event was later in the year, I should be planning as a business owner now that I need to sell XYZ to make the profit to go there. It's not something that some people will decide the last minute, but
Mhm.
what you want to do happen in your business, you have to plan it and execute it for it to happen. So if you need more clients, that means you need more visibility. That might mean you need a website. You need Facebook ads. That stuff takes planning. And you got to make a little money on the front end so you can fund those things.
Yeah.
So it takes planning. And I really want to raise the level, specifically in the African American community, of wealth. So we can have generational
Yeah.
wealth to pass on, but we cannot do that if we continue with the same mindset. So if you were a mess while you had your full-time job and you quit your job and start a wonderful business, but you still are milking it dry, you're in the same place and you have nothing to pass on. And I want to raise that level. That is my passion and my commitment from the in my Plan to Prosper Small Business Academy.
Wonderful. Shout out to Carla R. Jenkins, who reshared and retweeted this on Twitter. Thank you
Oh,
for those that
wow.
are watching and listening on Twitter. So good. So final thoughts, because we have stolen more time than we asked for. But I do have a question coming in from YouTube. I sell Mary Kay. How do I plan to get faces? All right. So me and you can tackle this. I'll start and then maybe you can give some based off of. So with Mary Kay, so absolutely first thing I'm going to say is hopefully you look beautiful because you are your own billboard. Number one, you don't want to be the hairstylist whose hair is never done. You don't want to be so you want to be your own billboard. And hands down, I'm gonna tell you, I don't see a lot of Mary Kay representatives on live stream. So in my humble opinion, you need to get on live stream. I do know that Mary Kay has a in-person, they want you to get with people, but I think to generate that, if you would just get on live stream, describe the products, talk about the products, even, have a little person there, not a little person, but somebody join you. That would be one thing, because I don't see that. I see that in paparazzi, but I don't see Mary Kay on live. So that would be my one suggestion for you, Ms. Porter. Anything you want to add, Eulica?
I would say that from the beginning, to not take the profit out of your business and to use that money to do marketing, to get into to do a photo shoot, a professional photo shoot of yourself and other people before and after with makeup. So I would say use the money to make more money, to make more people aware of your skill, because not all makeup selling people have the skill. And maybe teaching classes private. I don't know. I know it's multi-level marketing. Sometimes there's some rules and stuff you can't do. So they might not be doing it because they're not allowed. I don't know. But I would say use the revenue that you're getting from your business to invest in people seeing you more.
That's good. And matter of fact, so that's a multi-level marketing. They still have accounting requirements, right?
Yes, they do.
Okay.
Yes. Oh, we didn't even talk. I know we're over time.
Listen, I could go as long as you could go. So
we didn't talk about the Cash App $600 thing.
Oh Lord. Okay, let's talk about, because I think I saw somebody mention Cash App. I think I saw that.
Child.
Okay,
Let
talk
me
about
tell
it.
you. So Cash App, and I don't know who else, and if somebody else knows, they can put it in the chat. So it used to be people would get around financial reporting requirements because you would Cash App them the money. But there's an IRS requirement that's always been that if you pay any vendor over $600, you need a 1099 and report it to the IRS. And so now they are forcing Cash App to report to the IRS everyone who has received more than $600 in a year. So y'all are saying I did your hair, Cash App me. I'm just saying. Why go that route?
Right.
There's enough systems front end out there for you to run an invoice-based system or Square Up. Etsy, whatever you're doing, and just take credit card. Just take credit card.
So what about the person that says, well, my Cash App only goes to my business account. I only use it for Cash App, and clients, and I'm going to be reporting. Is that not something you like?
You want me to say the word, don't you? It's bootleg. Things we can't do that Walmart does or whoever.
Yeah.
But technology has it so that we can take credit card. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's a level of, even in your pricing, I don't believe the Cash App people are probably the top price people. It's about professionalism. It's about being connected to an accounting system.
Yeah.
A Cash App payment is not attached to any transaction. It's not attached to an accounting system. It doesn't track your inventory. So you still got to go in the closet and dig and see how many t-shirts you got. But you can set up a Shopify store that does all of that for you, that sells for you, that collects the payment for you, that creates the shipping documents for you. There are too many tools out there to even go that route.
All right. There you go. So that's why you want to get into plan.
I try to get through without saying the B word.
Bootleg. Don't be bootleg, y'all. Don't be bootleg, because to go to the next level, you don't want to be bootleg, and don't be bootleg in your mind.
Yes.
I think that has really come through today. So plan the number 2, prosperacademy.com. Go there. It's a wait list. What's the exact name of the course?
Accounting Basics for Entrepreneurs.
All right, great. And
I think Tony posted a link in the chat, at least on YouTube, and we'll also put it on Facebook. We'll go back and we'll make sure we post it in the air.
Absolutely.
But there's a blessing on the wait list. There's a blessing for those who are on the wait list. That's all I'm gonna say.
Join the wait list so you can get the information. It is a course you will enroll in. This is not a complimentary free course. You will enroll.
It's paid. We're working out the details. It's 8 modules and an intro. There are worksheets. It walks you through the process of setting up an accounting system for your business and understanding what it does. And I'll say this before we close. I almost said hang up, like we're on the phone. I'm old. So it doesn't matter if you have an accountant. You need to understand the business for yourself. All tax returns, the person whose name is at the top is responsible for the return, not your accountant.
Yeah.
So I'll give you an example. Years ago, I had I used to do payroll for a daycare. And I was doing it. We would get the time sheets. I would do it. So we got a call from the labor board, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Department of Labor, the Department of Labor was there, the IRS was there, and it was all chaos. So she told me I was at fault. And when I get there, found out she was paying people under the table. How would I know as the accountant?
Right.
And the man told her, no, ma'am. I said, because you told me these are the employees. This is who you give me timesheets for. So I give that example to say the business owner is responsible for their numbers. You have to understand even the tax return that you're assigning. Not by the refund you get, but is this really your income? Is this really your expenses? And there's a lot of people even get caught up out here with the PPP loan situation because they're just looking at what they can get. Mentality again. But you as a business, only you are responsible for your business. Only you're responsible for those numbers. And you have to understand the language of business, or you always are going to be caught out there. You're not going to be as profitable as you should be. I'm getting tongue-tied because it just gets me worked up.
Yes.
But you have to understand the numbers of your business, or you're not an entrepreneur. Being an LLC doesn't make you an entrepreneur. A logo doesn't make you an entrepreneur. But that bottom line and that you know how to move it in the right direction, that's where the real entrepreneurs live.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Last question, and we are wrapping it up from Ms. King. Why do some tax professionals, CPAs, give individuals that are honestly trying to make money from their home businesses a hard time with writing off certain deductions, especially those that they can take? And so that I don't know if that's a really individual.
It probably is, but tax is law. Tax is not anything Congress puts out is LAW, and we have to protect ourselves. and make sure that whatever you put, you try to deduct. If a CPA and a bookkeeper said it wasn't deductible, I would probably say it's not deductible. Because they get paid by the return, not by if you deduct it or not. So they're giving you their best advice. And I worked hard for my 3 letters behind my name. You see that C, the P, and the A? I can lose my license for $100 deduction on your return. And that's not going to happen. So if you go to 10 different CPAs, you're going to probably get the same answer. 10 different bookkeepers. If it's wrong, it's wrong. If you have a clear accounting system and you understand what the business laws are, then you're probably going to do better at your deductions. But no, if you got cable TV, that might not be deductible. I don't know. I've seen crazy deductions, and I used to work for IRS. But if you have to take the advice of the professional. So when your doctor told you were sick, did you argue with them and say, no, I know it's this way because I saw it online? No, you did not. So CPAs, accounting professionals, bookkeepers, we are bound by the laws of accounting. There's a AICPA as a whole. We won't even get into that. But there's a method to our madness. And tax is law. And I can't do the jail thing. I'm cute. I can't go to jail.
No. And you can get a second opinion. So let me just say that, because all accountants are not created equal, as in all doctors aren't created. So you can get a second opinion. Right. But I love what Eulica said is law. So if it's law, you can look it up. So if it's something, you can look up the law and say, well, the law is saying, or I'm going to another accountant. And what I love about my accountant, shout out to Pam Valentine, if I ask her a question, she will say, in section such and such, according to section such and such, you can or cannot do X, Y, Z.
Right.
So,
and part of the question that I'm reading, it says they're trying to make a living in their home business and getting a hard time with certain deductions. You need to find out what expenses are deductible, and make sure that you're capturing those. And but it goes back to business knowledge. You got to understand a little bit of what the accountant understands, so you can make those proper decisions throughout the year. Accounting knowledge is key.
Accounting knowledge is key. Thank you, Felicia Nicole, chiming in saying, thank you for the interview tonight. Hashtag it's the law. It's the law. Thank you so much. All right, we're wrapping it up, closing it out, because listen,
I'm Mama Betty.
Soror there. We're closing it out because we could probably keep going for another 3-4 hours. But the main thing is, I want you all, everyone, I want you to go to prosperacademy.com. Just get on the wait list, just so you can hear about it, just so you can get the information. Just do that. You're not making any commitments at this point. You're just saying, tell me more. That's, just tell me more when it's available. So I want everyone to
let you know it's coming soon.
Yes. Tell me more. And final question, certainly the goal of the show is to motivate, excite, and influence. And we want to know what continues to motivate Eulica Kimber.
What continues to motivate me? I would say my ability to work with people who have wonderful ideas to help them to live a better life financially by the numbers. That really drives it. To be able to use a skill I have to help others in so many different kinds of businesses. It inspires me. I hear stories. There are money stories all over the place, and I get to be on the front seat, on the front row to learn some of those stories.
Well said. Well, thank you for gracing us here at a busy time of year for your business, but coming by the show and dropping nuggets and dropping knowledge, and we'll keep our eye out on you.
Thank you. Love you all.
All right. Wonderful. Wow, such an amazing show. Those that are listening in the iTunes or Apple Podcasts, y'all might want to go look at the YouTube, because we were kind of animated. I feel like y'all need to see us. So, but shout out to all those that are listening in all the different avenues. To all of our live viewers and listeners, thank you for being here and making this so interactive. We appreciate you. Again, I'm Sharvette Mitchell, marketing consultant and coach, and I work with female entrepreneurs, and a few lucky men get sprinkled in to help them build build their online platforms and personal brands by focusing on their visibility, their marketing, and their branding, all with the efforts of you getting more customers, which is going to equal more cash and more revenue for your business. And I do that in a couple of ways with one-on-one consulting and my amazing 12-month The Platform Builder program, also book collaborations and events. So thank you again for those that popping on in. Thank you, Miss Evans, real estate agent there. Thank you for saying that's good information. Share this out. If you just came in and you're like, or you came in the last 15 minutes, was like, ooh, this was good. Go back and catch the replay. Thank you again for all those that are hanging out on YouTube. Subscribe to my channel if you like this content. Thank you, Miss Pat, for being there, CPA as well. And listen, it's enough pie for everybody out here. It's enough pie for all of us out here. All right, that's going to be a wrap. I'm going to see you all later on the web. Bye.
Live from Richmond, Virginia, you've been listening to the Sharvette Mitchell Radio Show. Catch Sharvette Mitchell every Tuesday at 6 p.m., interviewing all the stars you want to hear from. So until next week, stay motivated, excited, and influenced. This is the Sharvette Mitchell Radio Show.